Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about one of the witchiest obsessions ever, buying plants, but more specifically we are going to be talking about magic that you can add to your houseplants. Now this is a video I wrote a year ago, so I haven't looked at these notes for a while, so we're gonna see how it goes, but I absolutely love having houseplants. They are so nice. I would love to do a video soon about like the sustainability of houseplants because I saw a similar video lately and I think there's a lot of important topics to talk about, but if you are a green witch, an eclectic witch or any other kind of witch, it is very likely that you also have some houseplants. So yes, I'm going to be sharing some ideas of different magical things that you can do with them, especially if they're not herbs, because they are still magical in their own way and they are amazing allies to have. So yes, firstly, let's talk about some basic magical practices that you can do with plants. So firstly, a really simple daily practice is just to water your plants. This gives you like a really nice base thing to do every day, but don't water plants that don't need watering every day. But if you have some plants that do need watering every day, or if you like kind of interleave when you water your plants, it can be an amazing thing to do, especially if you do it being really present. It can be really good for your mental health, and just seeing the colour green has been scientifically proven to be so good for us and our mental health. So when you can't go out into nature every single day, being with houseplants can be the next best thing because they are just a little bit of the magic of life in your home. So yes, houseplants are great allies to work with. As plant allies, you can do work with plant allies. Haven't done enough research into that yet, so I can't recommend much with that, but there are tons of amazing videos about that out there on YouTube, and also tons of amazing books with stuff in. So if you're interested in working with houseplants more than the things that I suggest in this video, which are just like random things that you can do with houseplants that are witchy, please go and research that if it's something that you feel interested in. So let's get started with the things that I have written. So firstly, we have water your plants with moon water or water charged with crystals, like they're infused. Why have I written this really badly? So yes, moon water is an incredible thing, so you can create it with the light of the full moon. I'm not going to go into details of how to make it, it's really simple. There's tons of videos out there and I'll probably do my own video on how to make moon water one day. So you can make moon water, you can make sun water. Sun water is a great idea for watering plants because the solar energy is what plants need to photosynthesize. So if you can put even more solar energies into your plants, that can be a really wonderful thing to do, to make them feel loved and to make them feel more bright and happy. So yes, and yes, as I said, crystal infused water. This is an idea that I have found in this book. It talks about how you can get just like regular water, or spring water is best, or water that you collect in like a pond or a river nearby, but be really careful if it is polluted with chemicals, like my local river. Apparently they're dumping sewage into my local river, which is brilliant. No wonder all of us are getting ill regularly. Anyway, so this book talks about crystal elixir. So basically what you do is find out if the crystal that you want to use is really porous or not. There is this scale of like porosity, of like how porous a crystal is. So some of them you can't put in water or it will destroy them, like selenite for example, but I'm going to do a whole video on that, like crystals that don't like water and ones that you can put in water. But simple ones that you can put in water are ones like quartz, and like quartz containing kind of ones like amethyst, citrine. All of the quartzy ones are really great. And there's tons others, so if you just find out which ones you can put in water, you can put them in water and the crystals will charge that water with the energy that they have. So yes, it is known as a crystal elixir in this book. You might know it as something else, but it's really, really great if you want to give your plant a specific kind of energy, especially if they are sick and they have like some kind of disease or they're infested with pests. If they are sick, you can have one to do with like health and vitality, a crystal corresponding with that. With the elixir, you can water them with it. That was a really, really bad way of talking. Or if they are infested with something, you could give them some kind of protection magic. You could get like a black crystal that you know isn't going to be wrecked by putting it in water, and you could use that water that's been charged to water your plant to give them that protection magic to kind of get rid of the pests. Or put cinnamon on your plants, that gets rid of pests really, really well. If you've got fungi or like any kind of like gnats or whatever little bugs in it, if you put cinnamon on the top of the soil, it completely kills everything and it makes it smell so much better. So yes, that is a great natural pest killer. But anyway, so yes, this kind of water is perfect, makes your houseplants feel a little bit more loved, and can be just a really, really nice witchy idea. So the next one is you can write sigils on a piece of paper, and you can fold it up and put it inside the plant, especially if you use paper that's like really biodegradable and really, really nice. It won't do any harm to the plant, especially if you use like an egg box. I think they're supposed to be good for soil, I don't know. But yeah, if you put that in the plant, you can write whatever kind of sigil you want. So it can be anything, like just like saying how much you love your houseplants, like written into this sigil, and like put it in the houseplants to make your houseplants feel loved, because like plants really do feel your energy. It is incredible to learn about plants. Like scientifically we know some stuff about plants. There's so much more to learn about, like the science of how they interact with each other and stuff. I have a whole podcast episode about how trees speak to each other and how they communicate with each other, how they become friends and stuff like that. So definitely go and check that out if you're interested in that. But yeah, sigils are a really, really great thing to do, but make sure that the ink isn't toxic to plants. Be really, really careful with what ink you use. So yes. The next one is, I saw this really, really cool idea. I don't know if it was on like TikTok or something. I'm not an avid TikTok user, so this must have been a long, long time ago that I saw this. But if you get like a really rough piece of quartz, where's my mini travel water? Where is it? It's here. This is my really, really rough bit of quartz that I absolutely love because I got it from my granddad's house. He lives in Wales. So yes, if you get a really, really rough bit of quartz like this, you can find them on driveways, you can find them like on beaches, they're literally anywhere. You can grow chia seeds on them. So that's a really fun witchy idea because you can buy chia seeds from the supermarket. They also have a lot of health benefits in them. They're great for breakfasts and stuff, so you can repurpose something you already use, and if you put chia seeds on here and you put like a little bit of water on there, then they start to grow. I haven't tried that yet, but that sounds like a really, really cool idea. But yes, be careful what kind of quartz you use. Don't use your favourite piece of quartz to do that. And yes, if you plan on eating what the chia grows afterwards, make sure that your quartz is food safe, and stuff like that. Oh, something else I forgot to mention on the whole other crystals thing that I talked about is they sell these water bottles now. I always see them when I'm shopping. They have like crystals in them, so they're supposed to infuse the water with the energies of that crystal. So you could use one of these water bottles as your watering can for your plants. If you find a crystal that you love the energies of, like a rose quartz, like showing your love to your house plants, you can really, really use that to water your plants. It can be a great idea. So yes, but yeah, don't water it too much. If you are doing the chia seed thing, it will go mouldy. This video is so all over the place, I'm sorry. Next one, you can meditate with your plants and you can get to know them. Plants have such wonderful energy, and when you meditate with them, you can get to know this kind of energy. It's really hard to explain if you haven't done any kind of work like that before, but if you find it really hard to connect with houseplants, it can be great to start with trees first, because trees have such beautiful energy. So if you work with like a bigger tree, then you can kind of work your way down to then working with a houseplant, because it might be more difficult to connect with the energies of a houseplant. But yes, it's such a lovely idea to meditate with something else that is living but is of a different kingdom. So yes. Next we have sing to them or play music to them. Now this is like an old wives' tale that singing to plants makes them grow better, but it has actually been scientifically proven. I think they've done some studies where it shows that if you sing like nice music to the plants or you play music to them, then it helps them to grow better. One of my favourite albums of all time is plant music. It is a like electronic album that was created in, I think it was the 80s, by Mort Garson. He was like a composer. It's called Mother Earth's Plantasia. I am dying to get a t-shirt related to this album. So basically he composed this album to be an album full of music for plants, and I'll play you just a little bit of it. But it's just so beautiful. It's got no singing in it, it's just completely like instrumental, but it's one of my favourite albums ever, and it just puts me in such a good mood. It's so whimsical, it's so magical, and yes, so this album was produced for plants, so it's supposed to make plants grow better with the kind of melodies that he used. So yes, there is also a way that you can get plants to make music for you. There's like these devices that you can buy. They are really expensive, but one day I would really, really love to try one and make a video about it. So you like put a rod into the plant, and the plant makes music. Like, it's mad. There's a Skylife video about it, but it is really, really cool. So that is another great practice you can do with your plants if you believe that is real, because it's kind of a bit like ghosts. I think some people believe that the plant music is real, some people don't, but I think it definitely could be scientifically possible with like the frequencies of plants and the way that they live and stuff, because they're still another living organism, so maybe it could be possible. I think it like translates like their frequencies into musical notes, so it's not like the plant is literally singing, but it's like if they were at this point in time, that's how they feel. I don't know, it's crazy. Go research it. It's something I find fascinating. But anyway, next one is work with plant spirits. We kind of talked about that. Plant allies. Yeah, we don't need to talk more about that. The next one is to learn the properties of your houseplants. This is a great little witchy thing that you can do. So especially if they're a herb, it's a lot more easy than if they are like a succulent. But there are loads of correspondences with literally any plant on the planet, especially if you have like a book like this, which has loads of correspondences in. So it has like all of the plants and what they mean. If you have like Cole Pepper's Herbal, it teaches you about herbs and stuff. And I also have tons of other plant books, and like that one and that one and that one, and yeah, other plant stuff. So yeah, researching about your houseplants and spending time with them at the same time can be a really, really fun way to get to know your houseplants, and it can be just a great practice. And you can connect with the energies of them, use them in spell work and stuff like that. Next one is to charge crystals with the energies of the plants, or charge the plants with the energies of the crystals. So that's really, really confusing. But basically, if you have a houseplant, you can infuse their energy into a certain crystal. So you could code a crystal to have the energies of the crystal. I don't even know. I don't know where I got that from. I think I just completely made it up. But it could be possible. I think what's more likely is you could get a crystal and put it into the plant, and the energies of the crystal could like radiate around the plant and make the plant grow better. That is the best option. But again, make sure it's a crystal that isn't porous and isn't going to disintegrate when it goes into water. So yes, and I've written, it is so cute when people put little crystal mushrooms in their houseplant pots. It is. I don't actually have any to show you right now, but I did buy one. don't know where it is, but they're really cute. You can buy little mushrooms that are made of crystal and you can put them in your houseplant and it looks like there's massive mushrooms in there. So yes. The next one is to draw sigils on the pot. So if you get some like really nice terracotta pots or like any kind of pot, and you like paint with like acrylic paints, I've got paints down there but I can't pick them up to show you, that can be a really fun thing to do. You can also get like air dry clay and make your own pots, but be really careful. I don't think you can put water with this. Like if you made a pot with it and then the plant went directly into it, I think this would probably disintegrate. Yeah. So yes, you can paint sigils corresponding with things that you want to manifest. You can paint just pretty witchy patterns on them. So yes, you can use art magic, so you could just use it as a nice canvas. So you could paint whatever you want on it and use that as art magic. And yes, and also I've written pots are so expensive, so sometimes you could use coasters and paint sigils onto the coasters instead, especially tiles from like hardware shops. They just sell like one-off tiles and these are great to draw sigils onto, and you can put them underneath the plant to put the energies of the sigil into the plant. I think that is enough plants for today. I hope that some of these ideas have been useful to you and that you can use them in your practice. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favourite and also which practices you love to do with your houseplants and what houseplants do you have? I would love to know. I absolutely love all my like pothoses. I did do a plant tour, so if you're interested in that, you can go and watch that after this video so you can see all the plants that I have. But yeah, I'm a bit sad like going to uni. I'm only going to be able to take like one plant, but it'll be okay because one day I'll be able to have all the plants again. Anyway, so yes, I really hope that you enjoyed the video and I will see you all soon for the next one. Bye!